Welcome to the Dork Show, where we talk about the who, what, when, where, why, and everything in between, including your mum's legs. Hosted by yours truly, Terence Rogers II.
What's up, everybody? This is my first official episode of The Dirk Show. Today is March 19th, 2026. It is 2:27 p.m. And lately I've been watching this show called One Piece. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what it is. I'm pretty sure most of you guys actually watched the anime. But right now I'm talking about the live action. I've already watched season 1, but today I'm just going to talk about season 2 since that's the one that just came out that everyone's pretty much looking into. But if you ever want me to start with season 1, just let me know and I'll definitely get into it. If you guys also like the intro, I like the intro. That's why I put it. Had to be a little bit, funny, give you guys some of my humor if I must. But anyways, let me get to it. So we're going to start with episode 1 of One Piece. So episode 1 takes place in, please forgive me, Lowtown, which is known as the town of beginnings and endings. This is where the Pirate King Goldie Roger was executed. Some of you guys call him Gold Roger. Some other people call him Goldie Roger. Your preference. What makes this important is that Luffy goes to the same execution platform. That moment isn't random. It shows that Luffy is following the same path as Roger and aiming for the same goal. Right? At the same time, we're introduced to, again, Bulwark Works. Unlike earlier enemies, this group is organized and operates more like a system than a single crew. This tells us that the story is expanding. The threats are no longer small or isolated. There's a larger network forming in the background. And this is one of my favorite people. Probably because I'm in the military, but him and another person that's going to come up probably in the 4th episode I'm going to have. But anyway, this is one guy I want to talk about. Is Smoker. So, he's one of the biggest moments. One of the biggest moments in this episode is the introduction of Captain Smoker. His ability allows him to turn into smoke, which makes him impossible to hit. This is important because it's one of the first times Luffy is clearly outmatched. It shows that strength alone will not be enough as the crew moves forward. Near the end of the episode, Luffy is about to be captured, but a mysterious figure steps in and saves him, which was crazy. I didn't expect that at all. And then I looked more into it, which is even more insane. But anyways, that figure is revealed to be Monkey D. Dragon. But they don't say Monkey D. Dragon in the episode. They literally say Dragon. And as you can tell, Monkey D. Luffy, Monkey D. Dragon, they're related. Monkey D. Dragon is Luffy's father. This moment is significant because it connects Luffy to a much bigger storyline involving powerful figures and world-level conflict. So that episode was pretty cool. It had a lot of Easter eggs. I'm not gonna go in deep with the Easter eggs, but if you guys want Easter eggs, just let me know. I definitely get into that for sure. So with episode 2, entering the Grand Line. This is one of my favorite too. Laboon has his own story. So in episode 2, the crew finally leaves Lowtown and begins their journey toward the Grand Line. To enter it, they travel through Reverse Mountain, where the ocean currents move in unnatural directions. This includes a key idea. The Grand Line does not follow normal rules, which is crazy because if you watch it and the actual shows you too. There's 4 ways it can go, right? He went up right when he went to the 4-way of the reverse mountain. All 3 4 ways were leading to one direct way, meaning they wanted Luffy to go that way because it could have went a different way, but the fact was 3 of the currents, well, 3 of the water flows or whatever, however you want to say it, was heading towards one way. So keep that in mind. And yeah, so this is the story of Laboon. The most important part of episode 2 is the introduction of Laboon, a giant whale who has been waiting for his pirate crew to return for years. This storyline adds emotional depth by showing that being a pirate can come with loss and separation. Instead of ignoring Laboon, Luffy makes a promise to return one day. This moment highlights one of Luffy's most important traits. He doesn't just chase his own dream, he gives others a reason to keep believing in theirs. Episode 2 also begins introducing more members of Baroque Works, hinting at a larger conflict that will unfold later. This continues building the idea that something bigger is happening behind the scenes. Yeah, it gets crazy. So you guys definitely have to see it. Episode 2 was pretty good. There was a light keeper and at a light tower that would always, dose Laboon, so that way he don't keep hitting his head against Reverse Mountain. I'm guessing he's trying to bring it down, but he's been waiting for a while, honestly. And then there was this one song that his crew used to sing to him, and that's whenever Luffy knew the song, and then he started singing it, and that pretty much calmed Laboon down. And he made a promise that he'll be back, and to make sure Laboon don't hit his head anymore, Luffy got some paint, and he pretty much colored or drew their flag logo on the whale's head, stating if you keep hitting your head, this logo is going to come off, and this logo means a lot to Luffy. So that's going to keep the whale from hitting his head. But anyways, when you look at episode 1 and 2 together, they mark a turning point in the series. They introduce stronger enemies, a more complex world, and deeper emotional storytelling. This is the moment where the journey truly begins and the stakes become much higher. Well, I want it to be longer. Really don't have anything to talk about. But like I said, this is episode 1. If you guys like it, if you guys have anything that you want to imply into these episodes, because this will be the next big thing, and I promise you it will. You guys can feel free to text me on or DM me on Instagram, which is Certified Rogers on Instagram. I have a Discord. I'm going to try to put that out there. I don't know how yet. I'm still doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. But anyways, yeah, this is episode 1, and I am out.